Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Threepwood, our Dwarf Hunter, and Truffles, our little piggy. We are on World of Warcraft Classic Era, and this is the Mirage Raceway server if you are interested. Hope you're all good this evening. Today, what is today? Today is a Saturday. It's a Saturday evening, and I thought I would jump on and do a little bit of the old Threepwood. I've had a few thoughts in the back of my mind, like thinking, have I really misplayed this by doing era and not anniversary? Just thinking about like progression and stuff like that, I don't know. I guess really though, why we're doing this series, and it's more about the conversation and the sort of cozy vibes that we've got going, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we get a second series up soon on the anniversary realms. Oh, and Truffle has died straight away. So I should say we're in a different place than where we were in the last episode. I've done a little bit of work off camera. I basically finished off Elwyn Forest. We had those few little extra quests to do and hand in. After we had defeated Hogger, we have now done that. That's all done. And yeah, I thought I would come over here back to the Loch Modan just for a little bit, just for a bit of a change of scenery. We are going to have to go back to Westfall somewhat soon because we need to get those pre-Dead Mines dungeons going. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we will find a group for Dead Mines. We'll just have to see. Hopefully, hopefully the population is healthy enough that we can get something. If not, I don't know. I don't know what we do. But yeah, we are taking on these trogs for their teeth, I believe. Yes, as well as taking on the trogs and the... Is it just trogs? No, scouts as well, isn't it? Yeah. Hope you're all good. I decided to do a video Saturday instead of Friday because I was a little tired from the week yesterday, and I kind of just wanted to have a chill one. Kirsty was out seeing some of our friends, and I'd already sort of planned, my sort of... Well, what happened was Kirst was going to meet one of her friends for like a girls' night, and they cancelled. So she went to see one of her colleagues who's also become like a good friend of ours as well, who've recently moved into a new house, and invited me as well. But I just said, you know what, I kind of had my mind set on having like I'm tired, I just need to chill out. So that's what I did. I had a really nice cozy evening, had a bath, lit some candles, and then what did I do? I played some Cataclysm Dungeons with Lorik, my good friend and viewer of the channel. Thank you, dude. It was fun as always. And then I joined one of my little... It's not the Midventures community, it's this community Discord server that I've been in for a few years now, with just some friends, and I just watched them play some Dead by Daylight. I played some Football Manager in the background. I had cups of tea, and it was just dead cozy and nice. Just what I needed, really. It's great that we've got a friend group of people who understand. Sometimes people just need a night off or whatever. You know what I mean. So I never felt like, oh no, I'm missing out on something. I don't really get FOMO anyway. I know some people really struggle with that. Like, oh no, what if I'm missing, something really important? When it comes to parties like that, I think what you're really missing out on is probably getting drunk and telling some jokes. Something that you could do. I think a lot of parties are much, and I love a party. I love throwing a party. I love going to like house parties and stuff like that. That makes me sound like I'm a lot more wild than I am. I'm not. When I say house party, what I mean is our friend groups is we'll go to a friend's house and we'll listen to some music and just catch up and chat. It's more of a chill affair. But you know what I mean? It's not like something insane's going to happen and you're going to miss out on something like incredible. But I think that fear of like, oh no, what if like, I don't know, what if something majorly life-changing happens or something like that. But yeah, I don't really suffer from that, so I was just happy, sat here all cozy out, and I was like, oh, I should do a video. But then I thought, no, I'm going to take this evening for myself. I can always do it on the Saturday instead, which is sort of the designated day off on the schedule. The schedule is on the social tab on the YouTube channel, as well as on the Discord channel, which you can also access through the social channel. Kind of need you to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think we're okay here, yeah. Just get a little men pet on there. I've never been a big fan of these quests. I don't know why. I think it's because a lot of people, you know, come into Lockmadan at level 10, sometimes level 9. If you're new to the game and you don't know about, like, you know, maybe grinding a little bit to get a level, you know, to the next area, you might get here at level 9. Suddenly you're against all these trogs, and I think that's what my memory is of just like getting beaten across the head constantly with these guys. So yeah, it's good to come here at a high level. We're 13, we're about to hit 14. So they're really not much of a problem for us at all. So we need some more teeth, and I think we need a scout as well. There's the level up. Yeah, we still need quite a lot of scouts, actually. So let's go get him. We will just finish you off. Let's put our next point in. Great. Okay, we've got our teeth. So it's just the scouty boys. I'm going to try and pull them through. We may pull an extra. No, I think we're okay. Great. There's an extra one there. Tempted just to go in for a little men pet. Oh dear. Okay, let's help Truffles here. Do with some really good damage. 3 wood. Okay, yeah, and then into one of these. Lovely. Awesome. Okay. So we need a scout. I'm kind of tempted to try and find one who's a little more loose and on his own, but I don't think there is one, I fear. Oh, maybe you. You may be the one for me. We may have just pulled a lot there. No, I think we're okay. Awesome. Okay, let's go hand those in. Hope you don't mind that I've did a little bit of stuff off camera. I think it's good just for the flow of the channel. Flow. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. The flow of the series. I did it with Happy in that series a fair bit. Do you know what I mean? Like I would do things off camera, and especially in the later levels where it takes more time to level up. If I could do something like that was a little bit boring just to get ahead of the curve again, then I would tend to do that. And I think we'll do stuff like that, just to try our best to not try. I'm not trying to rush through, but I also understand that sometimes, for the amount of episodes that we've put out, we haven't got that far because I'm only really playing half an hour there, half an hour, there and about. So, yeah, it's not as quick, I suppose. We could start live streaming them as well. We tend to live stream longer than we record, so I think that's a potential there as well to get some extra levels. Let's run rounds here. Here we go. Sweep around. Okay. Now, this one is level 15. We are level 14. Okay. I tend to leave that, so I'm kind of happy doing that, and then we're going to go and do some other little bits. I mean, I'd be tempted to actually leave for Westfall. Just doing that little quest is quite helpful, but I think what we'll do is we'll do the annoying cooking quest. And rat catching as well. They're low level. And then, yeah, I think... Yeah, that'll probably take us to the half an hour once we've got that done. And then, off camera, I will get back to Westfall and we can start that stuff. Like I said, we need to do all of this stuff for all the Dead Mines quests. Which we definitely want to do. Sorry, I was just looking for Louis there. I thought I heard him pitter-pattering about. Okay. There are a few people about, actually, aren't there? It's not too bad. My only worry is, like, tanks and healers. That can often be a bit of a... even on very popular servers can be an issue. So on a smaller server, yeah, it may be hard to get one. So we'll see. We shall see. Okay. I'll pick this up even though we're not going to do it yet. This takes us to Ironforge. Yeah, but we want to be doing this stuff now. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? So bears, spiders, and boars. Is what we'll be doing. Oh, it looks a bit bare. I wonder if people have been about. Ah, yes, they have. Probably this fella, Volbeat. Volbeat, the Pokemon, is playing a Warlock. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think this is one of the most annoying early quests. Westfall Stew is bad. This is bad as well. I don't know why they make the cooking quests so annoying. Like, I don't want to be overly negative because it's my favorite game of all time. But like, I don't know why they had to make the drop rate so annoyingly low for this stuff. Like, just the chances of you getting the boar intestine is I feel like that's the hardest one. You can just be here for ages, so hopefully we'll be alright. But yes, as you can see, not a good start. Wow, yeah. Ooh, baby. I'm not a game designer, but I do D&D world building and like adventure building, you know, and a lot of like homebrew stuff. And for me, when I'm designing like encounters or mechanics or anything like that, my first thought that's always going through my head is this fun? You know, is this engaging for people? Are they going to enjoy it? You know, and I don't like anti-fun mechanics. And I sometimes, you know, I know sometimes people would be like, "Oh well, realism or you know, lore-wise, it makes sense." You know, you don't want to be breaking your law and stuff like that. But when I say law, I mean like the mechanics of reality is that you. I might argue why don't all these balls have intestines? And then, well, you could say, well, you're a hunter with a gun. You know, your shot might have gone through and decimated the intestine, so it's not good enough. That's fine. I understand that. And indeed, I don't really like the sort of modern WoW version of it where you would just, all you'd have to go and do is kill 3 balls and that would be it. You'd have 3 intestines. But we haven't got one yet and we've killed about 6, 7. I would, I think that the nice design for that would be like already have one, maybe have 2 on the next drop. Just because I think it even the most patient gamer in the world or player or whatever you're doing, frustration starts to settle in because you think like, well, I'm playing a game here and I'm trying to have fun, and here I am killing the same ball model over again for some intestines. I understand, and you could have that. Yeah, I get it. I may have destroyed some of them with my attacks, but why is this not dropping for me? And I think then you can get into that phrase that I just said. Why is this happening to me? And I think you can get very negative and quite quickly. You can watch me playing WoW. It's probably the best one to watch happy because it's like the most complete playthrough. I'm a chill player. I'm a chill guy most of the time, but there have been quests when the drop rate's supposed to be okay, and something just is not dropping. You can see me getting frustrated and like rattled because you're just like, okay, why is this not happening? So for all of that we've talked about for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 minutes maybe, and all the things that we've killed, we have got 1 out of this. For me, that's like anti-fun design. I don't really understand the idea behind that, and I understand why they made changes. Once again, I think there's a balance with everything. I don't think every ball should have the boar intestines, but at this point, it's getting a little bit like, okay, I want to go and do something else. But you could be sat here for ages. Now, some gamers, especially some WoW players, they love a farm, they love a grind, they live for it, and for them, this might be fine. But I think I'm not wired that way. Especially, maybe that's why my end game career has been limited and often short lived. Because this is frustrating. I've enjoyed doing the raids and doing the end game pre-bis grinds and stuff like that, and doing dungeons is fun for a limited amount of time, I think. When I hear about people saying, "Oh, I farmed BRD for 100+ hours, I ran it 350 or whatever to get this 1 drop," I just think I would have given up. a long time ago, because I just don't. I don't see the benefit of it. I don't see the fun in it. Like, I'm not really having fun right now, if I'm completely honest. Like, I like talking to you guys and I like making these WoW videos, so that helps. And it's nice to have someone to talk to. But so finally, we've got one Ichor. Our bags are already full because of all the rubbish that we've been picking up while doing this. So now I don't have space for the first boar intestine that we get. Let me guess, it's going to drop now. No. So not one of these boars. I think we've killed close to 10. Maybe over that at this point. It's nuts. Like, I don't understand. And I don't want to be a negative Nelly. There's enough negative WoW streamers enough negative streamers overall in this space. We don't need another one. But I'm not gonna. Sorry, just bonked my mic there. I don't get it. It's an old game as well. I understand that. They're not gonna change this. Of course not. But if I were in charge, so if you just heard that bark, that was my deaf dog once again grumbling at nothing. There's nothing there, Lou. Come on, come chill. Good boy. Gosh, this is ridiculous. I feel like I've cursed myself here. This might be the worst drop rate I've had of it. There is a level up for truffles. This milk. Come on, it would be great if you dropped your spider Ichor, dude. At least we could say we've got one done. Hey, okay. Alright. Oh god, the spiders everywhere. Ooh. Okay, so boars and bears. Whoa. Oh, it was just a bunch of crazy boars and bears. Truffles, I love you, dude, but if one of these guys doesn't drop an intestine, I'm looking at you. All right, come on. Imagine doing this at level 10 as well, like when most players or like new players would come to here. Obviously, things are harder to kill, so it's taking more and more time. Especially if you're new or like you're playing like a low-level warrior, where obviously it's a bit more difficult. Luckily, we're playing a hunter, and it's just like it's a bit mindless, isn't it? I mean, I'll axe a little bit as well. Okay, we've got 2 intestines. Is that just a quick tease and now we're going to be waiting for another 10 minutes? Come on. Give me your intestines. Okay. Thank you. There's the dopamine that I wanted. Okay. 2 bear meat. Okay. We just need a bear. Once again, sorry, but if you heard the little wolves there. Louis likes to bark at nothing, and then Scout sort of goes, okay, what are we doing? Because Scout can hear, and obviously realizes that there's nothing to bark at. But it's like, are you hearing something I'm not hearing? So she'll go have a look and then come back and be like, yeah, he's just... Yeah. There you are, you're back. I can feel you sat back on my legs. On my little feet. Thank you, Scout. That's very comfy. Okay, let's get this last bear. I'm sure there's some over here. Oh, there's one. Got a little hand in up here. We'll take a look at that. But first, I'd really like to just get this meat, please. Okay. Come on. Your meat, please. Okay, no. Oh, sweet baby. Sweet baby Jane. Come on, there's enough bears here. Oh, no. What a roller coaster. You were giving me all the drops for a very small period of time. There we go. Nice. Just needed to complain a little bit. Okay, let's just stop here at this little travelling merchant. Galel Shan Iron Stove. Hello, my friends. Would you just please, yeah, take some of this from me? I'd really appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. We'll go hand this in. How long have we been playing? Long enough that my Hearthstone is back. No, still 25 minutes. That's fine. We're on 29 minutes, I think. So by the time we get back to Thelsamar and hand in, we'll be absolutely on point. Okay. Yeah, we'll pick up Filthy Paws. See if we can just sneak around here where it's being lit by the moon very nicely. Okay, just doing a few of the old screenshots. There we go. Thank you, 3-foot pose for me. That's the one. And then maybe like one like that. And then a little bit closer. There we go. And then, why don't you wave for me, 3-foot? Okay. Great. let's not give him a intestine by mistake. Let's just give him a haunch of meat to get him nice and happy. There we are. We will go hand Thelsmar blood sausages in. And then, yeah, either I will do some of this stuff off camera, or we'll go back to Westfall. Either way, that session has gone not too badly. I was worried, I'll be honest, while doing that we were going to be here for a long time trying to get those intestines, but I think we've done okay. There's Mountaineer Flint just beating the hell out of a spider. Good to meet you as well. Right. I should say as well, thank you for helping us get over 470 subscribers. We're on 471, I believe, on my last check. And I hate to admit it, but I do check a fair amount because I'm addicted to my statistics. It's nice to have something to aim for. Yeah, 471. That is great. I remember, like, we got to 400, and I remember thinking, what if this is it? Like, and obviously the growth is, you know, we haven't like exploded, you know, like, and become this big viral hit. But, you know, that was never really the plan or going to happen, you know. But I like this steady growth that we've got. I think it's been really nice to sort of nurture a community slowly. And so as we build up, you know, I think if you suddenly just got a viral hit and, like, I don't know, let's say it was insane and like 5,000 people subscribed to me all of a sudden, you're hit with this, like, yeah, you've got a big following, but do you have a community? You know, you can't get to know these people. What's been lovely about doing it this way is I've been able to make friends along the way. Oh, thank you.
May your generosity be returned to you 100-fold.
Maybe, what if I get you in? Because a bit of eye candy. And maybe the viewers will come. Okay. No, I'm only joking, obviously. But let's... what am I doing? Hand again, that's what I was doing. Hello. Alright, thank God that one's done. The other one is there. You know what, I will fly there, actually, because then I'll make the decision, once I've handed that in, to either continue on to Westfall or come back and do some bits here. And we'll say our goodbyes while on the flight. There we go. Guys and gals, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Hunter Leveling with Threepwood, myself, and Truffles. Thank you again for all the support. I really appreciate it. Expect some different stuff. Obviously, we've just been doing the Hunter Leveling on the channel recently, and we've done a few little live streams. We've been doing less live streams recently. I tend to sort of flip-flop in between it. I'm taking a break from Baldur's Gate, just because I don't want to burn out on it. We will get back to that stuff. But yeah, I appreciate it, all your support. If you've got this far and you're not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate a subscription. It allows you to, you know, see when I'm uploading and the likes. And if you did like it, a like as well always helps. But I'm not going to go on about that too much because I know how annoying it can be. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Speak to you very soon. And bye for now.